First of all, thank you, organizer, for giving me the platform to connect all of you here. And it's really pleasant to know that lots of research going on in EV vehicle sector. Now, to start with this particular subject, connected vehicle ecosystem. So when we are talking about the connected vehicle, first thing we would need to understand that we are in a digitally connected world. Whatever we are doing, every data is going somewhere. When you actually enter inside a particular mall or particular store, you can see the kind of advertisement floating through your Google, Gmail banner that is actually going to talk about that Google know your habit better than you. And most of the cases, we actually touch this connected world in either of the form, willingly, unwillingly. And today, everything is available in a kind of, single click or soft touch. With that, there are lots of risks also we are inviting, and we are actually balancing between that. Now, some of my previous speaker is actually touching some of those aspects like software lifecycle development. Today, very interestingly, a level 2 automation with the car may run with 100 million lines of code average, or a motor vehicle manufacturer, any global motor vehicle manufacturer may have 15,000 plus partner or vendor contributing towards the development of a motor vehicle system completely. Considering that, it is very interesting to know that what are the cyber threats? Because today, when you are opening a news channel or newspaper, every day we are looking at the breach. And I'm not going to talk about any breach in past, because all you are aware about that. But interestingly, what would be the next trend of breach for the motor vehicle? That is going to make the difference huge. And one of the points we are continuously discussing here is EV, charging station. It's a very interesting thing, exploiting a EV charging station. Because when you are connecting with the EV charging station, it is a connection between the charging station, device, and the service provider. And there could be high possibility some man or the middle attack will be there, and they can exploit, and the highest level of exploitation for the charging station is complete shutdown of the charging station. Whereas for the vehicle would be completely zero paradising that vehicle. Could be possible. Now, what would be the other thing? We would be keyless car theft. A car with a physical key is much more safer than a keyless car. Let's see that today we are going to see that evolving risks and threat landscape of a connected vehicle, because that is very important. Then connected car ecosystem and modern car components, high-level risk profile of the connected vehicle, and most importantly, how we can govern those risks, because we have to use the vehicle. There is no alternative on that. Now, coming to this part, now when we are looking at the evolving risks and threat landscape of the car, most interestingly, if we could consider this portion middle portion as a connected car, we can see this is connected with the entire thing. It could be a insurance provider for the car. It could be a cloud computing infrastructure, or it could be your bank, it could be your parental control system, or it could be a blockchain, AI, ML. It's also driven by the compliance and regulation, everything. And what is going to happen? There is a threat actor sitting on that. Threat actor is continuously attacking this industry. And today there is no threat actor. They are just attacking any industry, not the vehicle industry, any industry out of name or fame. All are very organized crime. Insider. The espionage or, kind of insider threat is one of the most important things. Cyber terrorism, cyber criminals are there, hacktivists are there. They are the threat actors. Then what are the threats? We can see that most of the threats is very interesting, but most critical is social engineering and insider. When it is coming to the social engineering, most of the cases, we end up with the damage because we act without thinking what is going to be the outcome of that. Now, though there is an entire risk portfolio revolving around this particular onboarding to offboarding of a vehicle, that is when the vehicle is going on road. But on road, there is another set of risks will start driving that. Now, what is there? There are certain risks are very sector specific, like OT, IoT, because a vehicle may have a kind of, 15,000 to 35,000 OT, IoT devices sitting inside. Most sophisticated the vehicle is, your OT, IoT component is more. Then telematics, that is the most critical stuff altogether. Today, most challenging threat is supply chain attack for this automotive industry. And then again, dealers network, once the car is on road, it is actually connected with your dealer network. Your connected vehicle itself is a risk. Insurance, communication, road safety, and security. Now, when it is coming to the connected car, there are certain ecosystem. One is the entire landscape we are talking earlier, but that is a bigger landscape where this car is running. There is another landscape that is connected car support landscape. Support landscape means when this car is running, it is connected to Wi-Fi because they need to download this certain component. You need to locate the vehicle location. You need to connect with the kind of, accident support. You need to connect with the virtual machine. You need to connect with the, you need to understand the driver behavior on the road. So all are support mechanism, that is the landscape of the vehicle. Also, there is a vehicle own ecosystem. When it is coming to the vehicle own ecosystem, vehicle itself creating it based on your utilization. It's connected with your home, it's connected to your infotainment system, it is connected with the cloud service provider, telematics, vehicle demographics of that area, lots of things are connected with that. And they have their lots of connected issues also. Now, when it is coming to the component of a modern car, we can go on. But very interestingly, apart all, we need only this 4 component to get inside a car. To compromise a car, mainly, any of this component is enough. Electronic control unit, canvas, then infotainment system, and onboard diagnostic systems. And majorly and most easily available is your infotainment system. Now, before going to that, why infotainment system? The reason is you connect your infotainment system with your mobile. Car, take that mobile as a trusted system and start exchanging the data. It is a back and forth handshake. So if your mobile is compromised, anybody can compromise your car also. Most of the cases, generally people don't punch the password while connecting this vehicle infotainment system. If can punch also, the behavioral trend is showing that 0, 0, 0, 0, 4 zeros. So anybody can get inside your car and very easily connect it. Most of the cases we use the stick to listen the music, that is your USB stick. How many of us actually scanning that stick regularly before connecting with our vehicle? Anybody can install malware using that. Now, when it is coming to the high-level risk portfolio of profiling of a vehicle, there are two kinds of risks. One is safety-specific risks, another is vehicle-specific risks. Now, coming to the safety-specific risks, we can see that, steering changes, engine shutdown, and driver distraction. But one of the very small component we consider is the wiper. And that is the most dangerous component to distract the driver and leads to the kind of, disaster, the kind of accident. Now, next is vehicle-specific risks. Yes, car theft, tracking the vehicle location is another thing. And we can evident this in recent past where people are actually tracking the location of the person, location of the vehicle to commit the physical crime against the people. Think about a situation, a vehicle is running on the road and it's beyond the control of driver. Somebody else is controlling. Or a person is sitting inside a vehicle is actually parked in a very isolated location and somebody is continuously raising the vehicle temperature, that is the internal environment temperature, and all doors and windows are locked and they're asking for ransom. Do you have any other way rather than passing that money for that time? So we also see that enabling the physical crime against the occupants is very, regular thing. Enabling the terror attack. Today, we experience lots of terror attack in a social, residential or business area. India is not an exception. We have also experienced major attacks. But today, it could be possible, instead of gun, vehicle and signaling system together can utilize to create a disaster on the road by the terrorist. Vector for attacking the mobile devices in the car. That is also very, very normal thing. Now coming to, again, we are talking about the 4 components of the car. Using that, one can take a entire control over the car. Same way, there are only 3 hackable surfaces for a car till date. Remote attack surface, one is vehicle, inner architecture, and cyber physical features of the vehicle. Now, what are those vulnerabilities which are actually get exploited during this phase? First of all, the most importantly, one of my previous speakers is talking about the secure practice of software development. So most importantly, insecure firmware update, download, and upload is one of the major issues in the vehicle today. Now, when it is coming to this insecure firmware upload download, it is not only manufacturer or the dealers or support providers issue. It's an issue of end user also. Today, end user, lots of time, they are going to the unauthorized service provider and they may download those software from unauthorized portal, and those already injected with the malwares, or maybe they are downloading those inside a device or a system which is itself infected and compromised, which may lead to this kind of problem. Another is hard-coded password, very weak password, weak protocols. And attack vectors, again, door lock unlock is one of the major attack vector. Affected GPS tracking system, this is very important because one can even analyze the behavior of the vehicle owner using that to commit a physical crime against the person. And as we know that modified firmware is a very major problem today. Now, security challenges for the vehicle is majorly unsafe OS or unsafe software. Unsafe devices connecting what we are connecting with the vehicle. And when you are connecting, the connection could be sometimes unsafe. Lack of monitoring system. Today, most critical is monitoring. For example, when you are keeping the money in bank, you expect that bank is continuously monitoring their digital ecosystem to save your money. But, because we ourselves consider bank as a very critical infrastructure where our hard-earned money is deposited. But today, more than a bank, automotive industry or a healthcare industry is in major risks because life at stake in these two industries. Medical devices embedded within a human body, like pacemaker, can be compromised and the entire body parameter can be changed. Medical life support devices today is connected. They are no more isolated and sitting inside the ICU where you expect a nurse or doctor manually going to adjust that. But what happened today when it is connected? Service is much faster. Service is more improved. Same way, it is actually leading to a threat for a life also, if compromised. So we need to understand that medical assistant, you need some time, but vehicle, you are using every day in and out. And the life boarding inside the vehicle is on high risks. And these are the majorly attacks, mobile attacks can be chalked out using the vulnerabilities or weakness. To handle this, it is very important that we need to have a proper governance approach. When it is coming to a connected car governance, most importantly, strategy is very critical. You need to have a properly formed policies and a framework in place aligned with the regulatory requirement. When you are actually crafting those, we need to keep in mind, regulator give a guideline or compliance give a guideline to ensure minimal required security. You can always go above that to ensure a better security. Resource, adequate skill resource is very important in cyber. Today there is a 3 million shortage in overall open opportunities across the globe. So it's an opportunity for India to emerge as a cyber service provider for different industries. Training and knowledge channelization. Knowledge channelization is very important for this industry because this is a very traditionally driven industry and knowledge is very critical here. Security by design, when we are talking about the security by design, we need to consider every aspect, security by design. Secure architecture of the vehicle, secure software architecture, secure cloud architecture, infrastructure, application secure, OT, IoT, and API. Next is vigilant. Do we have a proper infrastructure to monitor this connected car? Our upstream and fleet sim inside the car. Then it is resiliency of the car, incident response, how you are going to respond to the incident, and compliance. Previous speaker actually explained the entire compliance requirement in a very nice way. So while doing this entire governance, what would be the security coverage? At high level, we need to do the risk assessment, security by design, securing the vehicle to a cloud connection, collaboration, and engagement with the third parties to protect from the supply chain attack, threat detection and protection, vehicle vigilance. After that, if something happened, how you are going to respond through the incident. Secure patching is very important. Generally, people don't patch the vehicle. Then governance, awareness, and training. Thank you.